After releasing the first budget-based build, I got a lot of positive feedback. People liked my design a lot. But of course I got some feedback if I could maybe implement a garage in this build, make it a little bit more safe against offline raiding, but of course keep the awesomeness of it. So this video does, it will add a garage to this build, it will add a bigger garden, it will add base for the drills, especially after the update for the drills. That is, they're too close to each other, they will be less efficient. So this will solve all the issues you might have. So the first thing you're gonna do, oh, and by the way, please subscribe now to my YouTube channel. Thanks. Is to build a foundation or out of concrete around your base, so it will become 5-on-5 base in the end. It will need 4 C4 to destroy it and has the highest defense with some gimmicks currently possible against offline raiding, but what I'm talking about you will see a little bit later. It has some cool features in it. So you're gonna, after the foundations and the concrete, building a ring around your base, you will place the walls on the inside. I hate farming wood, so this build definitely will try to avoid as much wood usage as possible and collect the resources you need to build this base out of stone. This is an overview just for a reminder how the doors in the beginning are placed, because later it will be a little bit more difficult to see, to orientate yourself. So scroll back to this position if you need it. So closing up all the walls around it, and the thing which you need to do after that is to place foundations. The idea is you need to place the foundations as low as possible. The game allows you to place a foundation in the moment any corner of this foundation is above ground, so you can place it as low as possible. This is very important because this system, this mechanic will give you later a better protection against offline raids. Why? I will explain and show in the end of the video. Now what you need to do is to place walls on the outside wall on the foundation. Just need to make sure that the foundation on the outside is covered by it. The drills will come in the corners of the base and they will run at maximum efficiency as long as there are 3 concrete foundations in between. The next thing, place on the outside, on the right and left side, place the Medusa seeds. 5 Medusa seeds can be placed between 2 drills, and those Medusa seeds will give you further protection against offline raiding, because it will take damage and time for the raiders to get to your stake. This is again a look from the outside. What you need to do now is to place another second wall on top. Again, I'm trying to avoid wood. If you want to be highly secure, highly efficient, you should already cover walls, also roof on top of it, so nobody can jump in. I at this point just take the risk because I don't expect that even if they jump in, they won't most likely get out anymore, and therefore the most of my loot should be kind of protected. The damage they can do is rather limited. And because I like to have a lot of storage space at this point, after building the outer wall, I can upgrade my storage space, place one foundation, one concrete foundation a little bit higher, put a truss on it, put a floor on top of it, and now what you can do is to, after removing it and placing a normal concrete again, you can place storage container on the bottom and on top of the floor, which is hanging currently in mid-air, to storage container on top of each other. In the previous version there was a bug going on. You could just throw down any item on top of the lower chest and just place the upper chest on top of it, but I think they fixed it, and even if they didn't fix it yet, then they will fix it very soon, so that's why I didn't implement this little glitch. The garage will be coming on the very back of the base. I try to be as efficient as possible, so I'm using only 2 foundations additionally to have a 2x2 foundation for the garage. This should be enough. Removes the outer walls there, so you can actually go through, fix the garage and the roof of the garage once you have enough resources, but again it's rather difficult to jump in, so I would upgrade it step by step how you progress in the game. So this is a base from above. At this point the base needs 1, 2, 3 C4 to get minimum 3 C4 to get to the totem, and if you finish the base, this is a final finished base design. When you invested all the resources you need and finished it up, then it will need 4 C4 to get to the totem. Now on the very top, to place the bottom floor, it's a little bit annoying. You need to place walls from the inner concrete to the very top to use to be able to place one truss, and from this point you can place all the other trusses connected to it, so you don't need to place any walls. It will cost you some resources, some wood, which but you can't just prevent it at this point in time, so sooner or later you will have to use the wood. What I like to do is to place those small little walls on the outer sides of the base on top of on the roof, because I love to have those ramps. You know this already from the first video, because it will give you so much better defense possibility in top. So you can move far more easy around, and you can snipe, and you are being sniped far harder. This is how I align them, so you don't have any breaks in between. You can of course skip the wood and just go with those ramps, but there's a chance you get shot through. The second door, when you place the outer wall, you should align those doors directly in a straight line. Reason behind it is that I like to have, that the entrance is built in a way that people can be trapped very easily, and to be seen, so storage locker from outside directly in a straight line just will make them come in. And you can see already I jumped in on the left side. The doors on the left side are necessary in order to access the drills, which are in the very beginning, because once the Medusa seeds are fully grown, you won't be able to go there, to pass by there anymore. And here's how actually it works, why we had to place the concrete on the inner side as well. If you place one C4 on the outside without the inner wall, you can literally just run through. If you place the wall, you need another C4 to progress further in the raid.